Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the Virginia Cavaliers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Noles will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense is on the field for the first time today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
The Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. He's got the tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's Allred. Grabbed behind the line, it's Ortega. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. After that last completion, it's second down. Quick release on the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lining up to convert third down. Gonna look downfield again. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Cavaliers want to crank the tempo.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This one's complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Florida State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense.
He's loose on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Noles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tatum. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title. And it's a seam wide open. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Breaks the tackle. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Dropping back. It's Smart. Fires it incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And that ball is live in the backfield.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's all red. Trying to beat the D deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off play action. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Michigan State has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Sparty's run out, but this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Spartan Stadium. They're up by 6 over Purdue.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught.
We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're going to run it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really...
Breaks into the open.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Hand off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Here comes the heat. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's all red. Complete.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They're working that left side. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The give on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Cavaliers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Smart. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the turning it on. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years, not always dual threats, sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie, and guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better, and you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line, it's Applewhite. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for room, it's Tatum.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Power football with the run. Defense swarms him under a loss of 5 on the play, so they got 5 and gave it right back. Back to pass, it's all red. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Ortega. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And the Cavaliers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Finds a little space. There he goes. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find enough room to take it back for the pick six. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Catch in the middle. It's Applewhite. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a man. It's Smart. Quickly out to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands. It's Applewhite. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. To the air on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. Pressure coming. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run play action. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. The Noles will send out the punt unit. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Content with what they have, the quarterback takes a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
The Cavaliers will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Snags it quickly on the left.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
back to throw. It's smart. Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Rushes on him. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Great place to start for this offense. Off-play action on 1st down. Here's a heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the 2nd half if they're going to win this game.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. He'll pull it on the read. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's all red. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a 1st down at the 12. He'll keep it himself. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Motion from the back. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Makes him talk to the hand. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Second down coming up. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Back to pass. It's Smart. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Hits the afterburner. Touchdown, Knowles. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. USC answered the bell away from the Coliseum today with an impressive victory. The Trojans knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Trying play action. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's an interesting call, going play action on 3rd and long, because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
And the Cavaliers will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now the play fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Looking downfield, it's Smart. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Cavaliers want to move quickly.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. So now it's 2nd and long. The give from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Cavaliers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Pulls and fires complete. There he goes to the left. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On the run, it's Ortega. Makes the stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Going to try to get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw, it's Allred. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Runs for the tackle. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. He'll do it himself. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Allred. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the back, breaks into the open. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Gonna run it. It's Tatum. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Touchdown Seminoles! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for you.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Looking to throw, it's all red. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. Shoots it to the left. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime. But it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The RPO, it's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Noles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Balls and fired complete. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll push this lead out to a touchdown at 27-20.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Wants to throw. It's all red. Unloads to the right. Found the spot in the defense. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Cavaliers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Give to the running back. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got a man. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Virginia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime? Or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Off play action. He's going to throw deep right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. On the ground, it's Tatum. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Looking to throw, it's Allred. Tight end finds a soft spot. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like Which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll leave it with him. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. They want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and short here in overtime. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Allred. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, Cavaliers! They take the lead here in overtime. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Fears the pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. 1st and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. The throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. 3rd and goal here in overtime, and they need a touchdown. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Knowles! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And right down the middle. We play on first down here in the 2nd overtime period. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Knowles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Now 3rd and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. To the ground with the back.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely center cut. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's 1st down. It's complete to the left. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Looking downfield, it's all red. Gets it out quickly. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Big 3rd down here as they try to keep the drive alive. A touchdown will win it. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ortega. A game winner. What a finish in double overtime. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.